It just got really flippin' dark. Bruh, what's up with that? Ow! Oh my god. Holding that with my pinky was not the right move. Girl, I need to turn off my fan. Hang on. Oh my god, I need to... How do you, like, stretch your fingers? Is that a thing? I should know. We're just gonna... my pinky is numb. My pinky is numb.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
What's up, you guys? It's Katie and welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, hi, hey, welcome. For those who have been here, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I feel like it's been a sec since I've actually sat down to film a video. Like, I don't even remember what to do. I'm lying, but I'm not actually. I haven't filmed a video literally since like May or June, I want to say, and I was super late to getting my May and June reading wrap up, so I apologize for that, okay? I've been in a weird funk, and also I've been busy, and yeah, whatever, yep. Excuses, okay, I know, but also, in my bangin' intro, I literally say I'll post a video whenever I can. I wasn't lying when I said that. I do this for fun, so I'm so sorry for the inconsistency. I just do it whenever I can and whenever I'm up for filming a video. So, that being said, today we're gonna be doing a book haul because I decided to treat myself and also figured I could treat you guys as well. I know that I still owe you guys my July and August reading wrap up. That will be coming shortly, I promise. But for now, we're just gonna do a book haul today. I ended up picking up a couple of books from both Barnes and I got a few things from Amazon, so yeah, I figured why not just share the glory with you guys. I think the last time that I bought a book was literally in May. No, it wasn't. I'm such a liar. Wow. I literally bought Catabasis at the end of August. Okay, chill out. But I literally have not overindulged myself in an actual haul. I've been strictly only picking up new releases that I really want to read or continuation of series, literally ACOTAR, because I didn't have those books already. I only had the first book when I started the series. So clearly I needed to keep on going with that. So that being said, shut up, girl. Let's get to the book haul. Anyways, whatever. We got books, okay? I don't even know how many books there are. I think there's like maybe... I don't know. Like 10? Maybe 12, maybe 13, something like that. Whatever. You guys don't care. Let's just get into the books. Okay, I'm gonna try and hold these up without crinkling too loud, but these are all the books that I ended up getting. Since I have a majority from Barnes & Noble, we're gonna start with Barnes & Noble first, and then we'll get into the ones that I got from Amazon. The first book that I picked up was Motherthing by Ainsley Hogarth, if that's how you pronounce her last name. I'm obsessed, utterly obsessed with this cover. Look how cool it is, okay? Obviously, the cover is dope, alright? I was brought into the book simply because of the cover, and then I read the synopsis and I was like, hold on, that sounds really good. Also, self-promo, but this is my book club's October pick, so for those who don't know, I do have a book club. It's on Fable, it's free, yada yada yada, whatever. We don't need the self-promo. I just want you guys to know that it does exist if you guys want to join. That being said, we actually just voted and this did win, so this is going to be our October pick. Also, it's cloudy out, so if the lighting, I never win with the lighting, we already know this, but I just need to let you guys know. It pisses me off. It pisses me off, really, it really does. What am I, Dracula? Where did that come from? Anyways, okay, let's get into the book. What the f? The synopsis of this one says, she's dead in the basement and she's refusing to leave. When Ralph and Abby Lamb move in with Ralph's mother, Laura, Abby hopes it's just what she and her mother-in-law need to finally connect. After a traumatic childhood, Abby is desperate for a mother figure, especially now that she and Ralph are trying to become parents themselves. Abby just has so much love to give, to Ralph, to Laura, and to Miss Bondi, her favorite resident at the long-term care home where she works. But Laura isn't interested in bonding with her daughter-in-law. She's venomous and cruel, especially to Abby, and life with her is hellish. When Laura... Trigger warning, girl, that's a trigger warning, sorry, that was a trigger warning. Trigger warning. What the f? I totally just lost my spot. I don't know if I can even say this. Fuck it. When Laura takes her own life, her ghost starts to haunt Abby and Ralph in different ways. Ralph is plunged into depression, and Abby is terrorized in a forced intent on destroying everything she loves. To make matters worse, Miss Bondi's daughter is threatening to move her from the care home, leaving Abby totally alone. With everything on the line, Abby comes up with a chilling plan that will allow her to keep Miss Bondi, rescue Ralph from his tortured mind, and break Laura's hold on the family for good. All it requires is a little ingenuity? Sure, whatever. All it requires is a little ingenuity. Let's look it up.
Ingenuity.
All right. All it requires is a little ingenuity. All it requires is a little ingenuity.
I cannot remember. You guys know what I'm trying to say, whatever.
A lot of determination and a unique recipe for chicken a la king. This one, literally it says, like Mona Awad's Bunny or Otessa Moshfe's Eileen, Motherthing is a fabulous, frightening story built from fine prose. So yeah, I really want to read this. I remember going to Barnes and checking out, and the cashier was like, oh my gosh, I want to read that so bad. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, dude, I didn't know anyone else knew about it. And I was like, neither did I. I was like, I'll let you know how it goes. She's like, please do. I don't remember what she looks like, but okay, we're gonna move on, but just know that this is my book club's pick, and I am going to be reading this literally soon, so if you want to join my book club and read it with me, then full steam ahead, girl. Toot toot. What? Okay, moving on. Toot toot. Oh wait, hang on, back up. This is an adult literary fiction. It's also, I think, considered a horror. That's kind of what my book club has turned into, horror books, because I don't normally read horror. I want to use my book club to be able to read books that I wouldn't normally pick up from my own taste, you know? So I'm kind of enjoying it, honestly. But yeah, this is a literary fiction horror-y type of book, I'm pretty sure. So there you go. Okay, the next book that I picked up was I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Harpman. I have heard a lot of people talk about this. I've heard that this is an old book, but it was recently picked up by a new publisher, so now this is the new cover. Don't quote me on that, I don't actually know that, but I've seen this all over the internet. This is an adult science fiction dystopian book. It says Deep Underground 39. Why did that sound like...
I've never been on live television before.
Whatever, okay. Let's restart. Deep underground, 39 women live imprisoned in a cage. Watched over by guards, the women have no memory of how they got there, no notion of time, and only a vague recollection of their lives before. As the burn of electric light merges day into night and numberless years pass, a young girl, the 40th prisoner, sits alone and outcast in the corner. Soon she will show herself to be the key to others' okay, Right. Soon she will show herself to be the key to the others' escape and survive in the strange world that awaits them above ground. That sounds really spooky. That honestly reminds me of that one Criminal Minds episode. I think it's Criminal Minds, where there was like that school bus that was underground. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Anyways, I'm really excited to read this one. Moving on. Okay, next up I picked up Halloween Party by Miss Agatha Christie. I am so excited to read this. I have never read an Agatha Christie before, and she is the queen of mystery, apparently. I always say that Frida is the queen of mysteries and thrillers, but Miss Agatha Christie is actually the queen of mystery, okay? She is the OG queen of mystery. That being said, wait, the book literally says the Queen of Mystery. But yeah, I really want to read this. Obviously, it's the perfect time to read it because of October. That's why I got it. So I will be reading this soon as well. It's on my fall playlist. Playlist? TBR. TBR. Not playlist, but I guess it kind of... Sure. Playlist, TBR... Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm trying to say. The back of this one says, at a Halloween party, Joyce, a hostile 13-year-old, boasts that she once witnessed a murder. When no one believes her, she storms off home. But within hours, her body is found, still in the house, drowned in an apple-bobbing tub. That night, Hercule Poirot, I think is how you say that, I don't know, is called in to find the evil presence. But first, he must establish whether he's looking for a murderer or a double murderer. Dun dun dun! Would you cut that out? What is that from? Is that from SpongeBob?
Will you cut that out?
I think that's from SpongeBob. I don't actually know. But yeah, I really want to read this. I'm really excited to read it. And I have been wanting to get into Agatha Christie. So this is the perfect book to read for spooky season, so there you go. Moving on. All right, next up I have Parable of the Sower by Miss Octavia E. Butler. This is I think this is technically considered a classic. This is also a dystopian science fiction book, I believe. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. It's on my fall TBR as well, so that's why I got it. Let's read the back for you. When global climate change and economic crisis leads... Try that one more time.
Let me baby one more time.
This says, when global climate change and economic crisis leads to social chaos in the early 2020s, California becomes full of dangers. From pervasive water shortage to masses of vagabonds who will do anything to live to see another day. 15-year-old Lauren Olamina lives inside a gated community with her preacher father, family, and neighbors, sheltered from the surrounding anarchy. In a society where any vulnerability is a risk, she suffers from hyper-empathy, a debilitating sensitivity to others' emotions. Precocious and clear-eyed, Lauren must make her voice heard in order to protect her loved ones from the imminent disasters her small community stubbornly ignores. But what begins as a fight for survival soon leads to something much more, the birth of a new faith and a startling vision of human destiny. So yeah, really want to read this. Again, I'm pretty sure that this is a classic, and I think that it was recently picked up by another publisher, which is why there's this cover now. I could be completely wrong with that as well, but yes, I'm really excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for forever, and we love a good dystopian book that, you know, might mess up your brain a little bit and make you think outside of the box, because... Anyways, that's that one. Hold on, I really have to stretch. My foot is literally asleep. I don't know why this always happens to me, girl. I'm far too young to be acting so old right now, okay? Anyways. Have you ever been to Krispy Kreme? Was it crispy? Was it crispy, bitch? I actually haven't had Krispy Kreme in a fat sec. Hold on, let me just, okay, it's, my blood is finally flowing back into my leg, so good news. We're on the come up. The next book that I ended up picking up was Dungeon Crawler Carl by Mr. Matt Dinneman. I have been wanting to read this for forever. I think that the cover is badass. Like, literally, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. For those that have seen my other videos, this is the book that I was talking about when the Barnes & Noble associate. Let's put some respect on that. Associate. She was a queen associate. The associate at Barnes was like, if you like Ready Player One, then you're gonna like this series. This is the series that I was talking about, and that's also why I ended up reading Ready Player One first, to see if I would enjoy this entire series. Because, for those who don't know, there are, I'm pretty sure, 8 books that are out, or at least 7 right now. I think the 7th just came out, and the 8th is already expected to be released next year. So yeah, I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. I've seen it all over the internet. There's a lot of good reviews on Goodreads as well, so I feel like it's definitely worth the hype, and I ended up liking Ready Player 1 and 2, so I think that I'm gonna enjoy this. This is also an adult science fiction. I've been on a science fiction kick, girl, okay? So yeah, we're getting back to my roots nowadays. Let's read the synopsis. The apocalypse will be televised. Welcome to the first book in the wildly popular and addictive New York Times bestselling Dungeon Crawler Carl series by Matt Dinneman. You know what's worse than breaking up with your girlfriend? Being stuck with her prize-winning show cat. And you know what's worse than that? An alien invasion. The destruction of all... Mai? What you doing, girlfriend? You coming to hang out? You coming to hang? Let's say hi. Ooh, you got stinky breath, girl. What are you so excited about?
You excited to be on the camera?
Okay. Sorry about that. My dog always interrupts, but we love her. We love her. It's fine. An alien invasion, the destruction of all man-made structures on Earth, and the systematic exploitation of all the survivors for a sadistic intergalactic game show. That's what. Join Coast Guard vet Carl and his... Carl.
No, Carl.
Join Coast Guard vet Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, as they try to survive the end of the world, or just get to the next level in a video game-like trap-filled fantasy dungeon. A dungeon that's actually the set of a reality television show with countless viewers across the galaxy, exploding goblins, magical potions, deadly drug-dealing llamas. This ain't your ordinary game show. Welcome, Crawler. Welcome to the dungeon. Survival is optional. Keeping the viewers entertained is not. Period. Period. Yeah. Yes, sorry. Look at there's a cat. I'm not even a cat person, but like, look at this. You see the little kitty? Little kitty kitty. And to be clear, the reason why I'm not a cat person is because I'm allergic. So I'm also technically allergic to dogs, but I'm more allergic to cats. I think that they're cute. I wish I could own one. I kind of want to get one anyway, but it's not. I like am still alive, but I'm barely breathing whenever I'm around cats. Okay, so.
I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
Moving on, girl. Let's get some more lip gloss. What you know about me? What you know about me? I be loving it. I be loving it. I be losing it. I be losing it. What it is, ho? What's up? Got your bitches in the club. Something like that. Something like that. All right, next up I have Sally Rooney's Intermezzo. I said that backwards. Next up I have Intermezzo by Miss Sally Rooney. I have been wanting the hardcover book that is so cool that I feel like everyone has. My Barnes doesn't carry that. I don't know if that's a UK edition or if I'm just, you know, not in a lucky area, but this is the exclusive edition. I liked the orange better than the yellow, so I got the orange one, whatever. This is gonna be my second Sally Rooney book. I have heard, honestly, mixed reviews about this, but for some reason, my brain is like, you need to read that. So yeah, I want to. Also, I was a part of the population that did enjoy Normal People. It wasn't like a god tier book for me, but I did enjoy it, and I've been wanting to read more of her books. So I know that she has Conversation with Friends, I believe, and then also Beautiful World, Where Are You? But I want to read this one. So this is gonna be my second book. Really excited about it. Let's read the synopsis for all of y'all. Okay. Aside from the fact that they are brothers, Peter and Yvonne Quebec seem to have little in common. Peter is a Dublin lawyer in his 30s, successful, competent, and apparently unassailable. Sure. I don't even know what that means. I literally was thinking a different word, but my dog is like doing some weird shit. Successful, competent, and apparently unassailable. But in the wake of their father's death, he's medicating himself to sleep and struggling to manage his relationships with two very different women. His enduring first love, Sylvia, and Naomi, a college student for whom life is one long joke. Yvonne is a 22-year-old competitive chess player. He has always seen himself as socially awkward, a loner, the antithesis of his glib elder brother. Now in the elderly weeks of his bereavement, Yvonne meets Margaret, an older woman emerging from her own turbulent past, and their lives become rapidly and intensely intertwined. My dog is like running around right now. Mai, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's the problem, girl? What's the problem, crazy? What are you doing? Okay, let me finish. You just went outside. Hold on, give me 1 second, girl, please. Okay. For two grieving brothers and the people they love, this is a new interlude, a period of desire, despair, and possibility, a chance to find out how much one life might hold inside itself without breaking. That sounds really good, actually. I didn't even know what this book was about. I just knew that this was her most recent release. Like, that sounds right up my alley, so I'm really excited for that one. I need to go take my dog out. 1 second. Sorry for the brief intermission. I feel like that always happens. You know that I can't just get through a video just talking. It always takes me forever to film because I always get either distracted or I have other tasks that are just come about. But wait, this is so weird. I feel like the last time that I was interrupted by my dog, I was talking about this book. It's Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. This is the next book that I picked up. It is the special edition that I was literally talking about in my other video. I think that it's so cool. I didn't end up getting the House in the Cerulean Sea version of it because I already have one. It's just not the sprayed edge, which is just, it's annoying, but whatever. It looks cooler in person, but this is way better than the hard-boiled egg, yellow, ugly-ass sprayed edge that is what the hardcover book has. But yeah, anyways, really excited for this one. I think that it's really cool. Obviously, y'all know we love House in the Cerulean Sea. This is the second book of that series. It's the Cerulean Sea Chronicles. Let me make sure that like this isn't going to spoil anything. Okay. Wait! Oh my god, wait, I'm so excited about this. Wait, that might actually spoil something. You guys wouldn't know that it was a spoiler? Is that how spoilers work, girl? Like, You guys wouldn't know that it's a spoiler, but it's like a mini spoiler, so I'm just not gonna tell you guys what the synopsis is. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm just gonna tell you guys yet again what The House in the Cerulean Sea is about. It's about Linus Baker. He's a government rep who works for the Department of Magical Youth. He's sent on a work trip to the House in the Cerulean Sea to visit an orphanage where there are 6 misfit children who are a danger to society, and he's sent on this work trip to decide whether or not the orphanage needs to be shut down. So again, this is the second book. What I can tell you about this one is that this is about Arthur's point of view, I think, based off of what the synopsis says, and Arthur is the like headmaster of the orphanage. So, oh my god, I'm so excited to read this. I have been waiting, bitch. This book came out last year. I have been waiting, twiddling my thumbs, checking the clocks. I have been patiently sitting down and waiting for the paperback to come out. And it's finally here, girl. And I was not about to listen to the audiobook. We weren't gonna do that. We weren't gonna disrespect the main physical book by reading the audiobook, so I literally am just beyond myself. Thank the Lord that this day is here, and I now have this in my possession because I literally am so excited. I'm so excited. Holy shit. Okay. Anyways, okay, yes, this is the next one. We're so excited. We're so excited. We're gonna have a ball today. R.E. Rebecca Black. It's Friday. It's actually Friday. It's literally Friday, October 3rd right now. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying, partying, yeah. Partying, partying, yeah. Fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Girl, I feel like this piece of hair slowly just keeps like coming out of my headband. The next book that I ended up picking up was Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. This is the second book of A Heartless Hunter, and this is the Barnes & Noble. We're going to Barnes & Noble. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and I specifically went to this one Barnes because I knew that they had it in stock, which, by the way, I've been waiting for this book to come out. I loved Heartless Hunter. I read that last year. I think it was a new release last year, and it was one of my favorite reads of... Wait, actually, I think Heartless Hunter was my top favorite book of the year. Unless if I read House in the Cerulean Sea last year, but I feel like I read that in 2023 for some reason. I don't know. I don't remember. Nonetheless, Heartless Hunter is a banger. It was so good, and this is a YA. Hold on. Back up. Beep, 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 beep. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Ayy, back it up, back it up, back it up. Ayy. I literally forgot to tell you guys the genres of both of these books. For those who don't know, this is an adult literary fiction. This is Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. And then The House in the Cerulean Sea is an adult cozy fantasy book. So anyways, back to life, back to reality. Why did that eat? Train of thought was lost. Oh, this is actually a young adult romantasy, and I know I'm too old to be reading YA, but this shit slaps. I don't even care if I'm literally almost 28. Like, the first book was super good, and I'm super excited to read this. I actually can't read the synopsis either because it would spoil the first book for you. So again, for those who haven't seen my other videos and haven't heard me consistently frickin' yap about this series, or this new release. This actually came out at the beginning of February of 2025, so I've been waiting all year to get it. The first book is about a witch and a witch hunter, and it's kind of a cat and mouse romantasy type of thing. It is literally a direct replica of Vampire Diaries meets Bridgerton meets Gossip Girl all in a book, and it's so good. There's witch trials, and it's during that like era. I don't even know what era. Is it like the Renaissance era? Is that correct? I don't know if that's like historically correct. Don't quote me on that, but it's giving like historical witch trial era, whenever that was. So, like, you know, in the Vampire Diaries, when they go back in time to like the olden days, that is the like time era of this book as well, which is why it's similar to the Vampire Diaries. Except this series is not about vampires, it's about witches and witch hunters. So, but yeah, I think that that's the Renaissance era. Anyways, I'm really excited to read this. Moving on. I've been talking about this one for far too long, so. Okay, and then lastly from Barnes, the next book that I got was With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. This is actually his new release from this year. I think it came out in August or something. I don't know. I know that it came out this year, but I love the cover. I think that this is going to be really good. I loved, what's it called? The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I read that a couple of years ago now, but it was honestly so good, and it was a perfect spooky season read, so that's a good book rec for you guys. But nonetheless, this is his new release. This is going to be my second book by him, and I'm really intrigued by it. I'll read the synopsis for you, obviously. It says, "One train, no stops, a deadly game of survival and revenge. In 1942, 6 people destroyed Anna Matheson's family. 12 years later, she's ready for retribution. Under false pretenses, Anna has lured those responsible for her family's downfall onto a luxury train from Philadelphia to Chicago, an overnight journey of 13 hours. Her goal? Confront the people who've wronged her, get them to confess their crimes, and deliver them into the hands of authorities waiting at the end of the line. Justice will at last be served. But Anna's plan is quickly derailed by the murder of one of the passengers. As the train barrels through the night, it becomes clear that someone else on board is enacting their own form of revenge, and that they won't stop until everyone else is dead. With time running out before the train reaches its destination, Anna is forced to hunt the killer in their midst while protecting the people she hates the most. In order to destroy her enemies, she must first save them, even if it means putting her own life at risk." That's backwards. That is backwards. But yeah, anyways, I think that the cover is really cool, and I really like the like teal color specifically. Also, the spine is like a ticket, which I thought was cool. Okay, but yeah, that's the last one that I got from Barnes, so moving on to Mr. Amazon. There's also one that I have pending in my cart on Amazon, and I will be getting that soon, so I'm gonna include it at the end, but let's get into the Amazon books now, but I am excited to read this one. Okay, also I just swapped out my batteries, so if something moved, I apologize, but the next 3 books that I'm gonna show you are all from Mariana Zapata. For those who don't know, I have been wanting to get into all of her entire backlist, and I'm currently making my way through. I have now read Colty, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and also All Roads Lead to Here, and my favorite book is still Colty, which is the first book that I actually read by Mariana Zapata. Shout out, but yeah, I'm in the works of reading her entire backlist, so the next 3 books are from the same author. Nonetheless, the next book is Wait for It by Miss Mariana Zapata. I've seen this book cover all over the place. I honestly don't even know what this one's about, so let's find out. It says, "If anyone ever said being an adult was easy, they hadn't been one long enough. Diana Casillas can admit it. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing half the time. How she's made it through the last 2 years of her life without killing anyone is nothing short of a miracle. Being a grown-up wasn't supposed to be so hard. With a new house, 2 little boys she inherited the most painful possible way, a giant dog, a job she usually loves, more than enough family and friends, she is almost everything she could ever ask for, except for a boyfriend. Or a husband. But who needs either one of those?" Period, queen. Hell yeah. No one. We don't need that. We don't need that. Period. Period. Snaps for that. Snaps for that, Miss Mariana Zapata. But yeah, anyways, I'm really excited to read this one. I don't really know which one's gonna be my next one, but this is the next book that I picked up. It's also very chunky. It's very chunky. Oh my god, this is like almost, this is more than 600. Girl, I did not know. Holy mother of poop. This is 662 pages? What? This is 662 pages. Girl, this is 662 pages. I didn't know that. It's thick. It doesn't even look that big, but I promise you, it's huge. What the hell? I did not know that it was that long, but honestly, a majority of her books are like in the 500 categories, so I guess she just slapped in an extra 100 for this one, but whatever. I still want to read it, so that's the next book that I got. And then following that bad boy up, we have From Lukov with Love by, again, Miss Mariana Zapata. This actually was the next book that I wanted to read, but I think that I'm gonna wait until wintertime to read this because it is about figure skaters, I believe. So yeah, let's read the synopsis for you guys. They're the coldest of enemies off the ice, but could their shared passion on the ice turn to unexpected heat? If someone were to ask Jasmine Santos to describe the last few years of her life with a single word, it would definitely be a 4-letter one. After 17 years of figure skating and countless broken bones and broken promises, she knows her window to compete is coming to a close. But when the offer of a lifetime comes from the arrogant idiot she's spent the last decade dreaming about pushing in front of a moving bus, Jasmine might have to reconsider everything, including Ivan Lukov. Queen of slow burn romance. Yes, she is. This one I've heard a lot of people talk about. I just haven't read it yet, so I'm not surprised that this has been blown up on the internet, on TikTok, but yeah, that's the next one that I got. Okay, and then the next Mariana Zapata book that I got was actually Luna and the Lie. This one I love the cover of. It looks like it's about a mechanic. I honestly don't know what this one is about, so again, we're gonna find out. It says, the problem with secrets is that they're too easy to keep collecting. Luna Allen has done some things that she would rather no one ever know about. She also knows that if she could could go back in time, she wouldn't change a single thing. With 3 sisters she loves, a job she mostly adores, and a family built up of friends she's made over the years, Luna figures everything has worked out the way it was supposed to. But when one of those secrets involves the man who signs her paycheck, she can't find it in her to regret it, despite the fact that he's not the friendliest man in the world or the most patient. Sometimes there are things you're better off keeping to yourself. Hello? Okay. Literally, I thought, is she a mechanic? Is she a mechanic? Literally, like, look at the front. Look at the cover. Is this a boss romance? I don't even know if I've ever read a boss romance before. Have I? Maybe I have. I don't know. But is this a boss romance? Oh my god, I did not know that. I thought that it was about like a bad boy mechanic or something, but maybe she's a mechanic too. Who knows? Anyways, I'm really excited to read this one. This is the last Marina's Bought a book that I got, so there you go. You can literally see the little stack here. But lastly, this book I actually was about to get at Barnes, but the last book that they had was busted and had like coffee spilled all over it. So I wasn't about to buy that. So I'm gonna have to purchase it on Amazon, unfortunately, but it is Vladimir by, I think it's Julia May. Let's see. Julia May Jonas, that's who it is. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys. I actually found this book from one of my favorite booktubers right now. The way that he described it sounded so good and right up my alley, so I'm going to read it. I don't really know when it came out. Let's look. I'm literally on Goodreads, so then I can read the synopsis for you guys. Okay, it looks like it came out February 2nd of 2022, so it's not a new release, but he made it sound good, so let's see. The synopsis, according to Goodreads, is, again, Goodreads kind of varies on whether or not it's actually what's on the back of the physical book, but this is what Goodreads says for the synopsis for you guys. It says, a provocative, razor-sharp, and timely debut novel about a beloved English professor facing a slew of accusations against her professor husband by former students. A situation that becomes more complicated when she herself develops an obsession of her own. When I was a child, I loved old men, and I could tell that they also loved me. And so, we are introduced to our deliciously incisive narrator, a popular English professor whose charismatic husband at the same small liberal arts college is under investigation for his inappropriate relationships with his former students. The couple have long had a mutual understanding when it comes to their extramarital pursuits, but with these new allegations, life has become far less comfortable for them both. And when our narrator becomes increasingly infatuated with Vladimir, a celebrated married young novelist who's just arrived on campus, their tinderbox world becomes dangerously close to exploding. With this bold, edgy, and uncommonly assured debut, author Julia May Jones takes us into charged territory where the boundaries of morality bump up against the impulses of the human heart. Propulsive, darkly funny, and wildly entertaining, Vladimir perfectly captures the personal and political minefields of our current moment, exposing the nuances and the gray area between power and desire. Wait, 2 people that I follow on Goodreads, they're both YouTubers. One of them rated it, actually they both rated it 4 stars, so the average rating isn't that high for the entire book. There's also not that many ratings, but whatever. I'm really excited for that one. The way that I was sold on it was that apparently it's about a professor who has a relationship with his students, and then his wife finds out that he's having an affair with students, so then she also ends up having an affair with her students to like even the playing field or some shit. So yeah, also it is to my knowledge that these people are in college. I think. Is that what it said? I think it literally said college. They said professor, so I'm pretty sure that it's a college. I'm hoping that it's a college, otherwise I might absolutely hate this book. But yeah, the way that it was sold to me sounded super good, so that's why I ended up picking it. That was the first time that I actually read the synopsis of it, so. But yeah, I will be purchasing that, and I do want to read it soon, so. There you are. That's the last and final book. Alright, you guys, we're gonna try and hold these up. You know it always ends up going poorly, but I'm just gonna hold them up slightly, if I can. There you go. That's a pretty fat stack. That's a pretty good stack right there. Okay, I don't even know how many books I just went through with you guys, and that's not even including Vladimir, which I just went over with you guys, so. Actually, let's count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did I not say 13? Wait, that is perfect for October. 13 Nights of Halloween. I I need to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I will hopefully be getting a couple more videos up sooner rather than later, and I promise you my July and August reading wrap up is coming out. Like, I promise you it will be up sooner than later, I hope. If everything goes well and dandy, that video will be up and you guys will see the books that I read in July and August, even though it's already October and I'm gonna end up needing to literally post my September and October reading wrap up. Girl, we just need to catch up. But whatever, we're gonna try and beat the clock, and I'm trying to get it out before my next reading wrap up is due. So just be patient with me. I ended up reading a lot of books. I think it's because I wasn't really editing videos that much or filming many videos, so I was strictly just reading in my free time. I don't even know how many books that I read, but I read a lot, girl. There's a lot. So yeah, I just have to like bite the bullet and actually just sit down and film the video. But yeah, it might be a really long video. Who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna do? Whatever. I still have to film it, so whatever. Just needed to let you guys know that because I do apologize. I honestly make these videos in my free time. Obviously, like this is not my full-time job at all. I just do this for fun. So if my schedule is not consistent, it's because I'm a working gal, okay? I'm a working adult and I just like to talk about books, so whatever. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace, au revoir, mwah. I love you, bye! Come on, sunshine. There's no sunshine when she's gone. There's the sun. There's the sun. Hold on. I gotta turn off my fan. Give me 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1, action. And here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Girl, I need to get my hair cut. I think I need to move this down. I think that's the problem. You guys are like 12 feet away from me and I can't. I can't do that. I cannot do that. How's that? That's better. That's a little bit better. Ah, that's pretty good, I think. Books. Hello? Hello? Okay, low-key, Alex Cooper, this is so good. Like, this is fantastic. This is delicious. Delicioso! I don't know what you put in here, but yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, it's reminding me of being at the beach, though, because I started drinking those in the summertime. That's good enough, bitch. That's fucking good enough. That's good enough. I need to go, like, get some fresh air right now. I am hallucinating by just sitting inside doing this right now. Bye.